7-8, Jay enlarged, enlarged figure A so that it became similar. Oh, it became similar in figure B. So these are both similar. There's his diagram. What's the scale factor? So the way I would do it for scale factor is I would just grab two of the sides that are corresponding. Like, would you guys agree that the 4 and the 10, those are like a corresponding side? Yeah. And then I would grab the 7 and the X, because those are corresponding sides. Rocco, do you have something?
For 7-6, wouldn't it be reflection? Wouldn't it just be reflection and translation?
Yeah, and rotation.
You wouldn't have to rotate it, because if you reflect it at the right angle,
yes,
it can go to the same exact. It can go to the same picture.
So that's why it says the answers may vary. But as long as you have reflection in there, then I'm gonna probably say it's fine. Yeah, because you're right. It's up for debate. Okay, so are you guys okay with, I set up a proportion, and the reason I set up a proportion is because they said that they were similar, and when you have similar, two shapes that are similar, then the corresponding sides will have a scale factor. So I'm going to actually solve for x first, if that's okay with you. So I said 4 is to 10, as 7 is to x, and then I know how to do cross products. Remember, you go, if you have two equal fractions, you can do this cross multiplication thing. So 10 times 7 is 70. I'll do it down here. 70, and that's equal to 4 times x. And then if I do my algebra, I can divide by 4, and I can get that x is equal to 70 over 4. 70 over 4 can be reduced to 35 over 2, or if you wanted to, you could get out your calculator and get out your brain and figure out what a decimal is for that. Let's get a decimal for that. That's about 17 and a half. That's x. Okay, so I guess that's the answer for letter B. I don't know why I did that first. So,
wait, for letter B or A?
I did letter B first.
Oh, what?
Why? I don't know. I just did. Sorry. This is 7-8. I happened to do letter B first, because I didn't pay attention to what it asked. Letter A wants the scale factor. Well, what do you think the scale factor might be?
I thought it was 2 to 5.
2 to 5? Well, 4 to 10, yes.
Wait,
yes.
But I said that and you wrote it as wrong on the paper.
Oh, I thought you wrote...
No, I wrote 2/5. Like
oh,
fraction.
2 over 5?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? They have it... So you can have a scale factor going either way. So 2 over 5... So sorry, Cody, I'm going to write it on here on the answer key too. So the way scale factor works is from the big figure to the small figure, it would be 2/5. In other words, if I multiplied the big figure by 2/5, I would get the small figure. If I multiplied the small figure by 5/2, I would get the big figure. I actually think the reason that they're looking for 5/2 is because we started with this little figure. So I'll accept the 2/5 because that is a scale factor, but 5/2 is the scale factor that you'd have to multiply the small figure by to get to the big figure. And that's what the kid did that's what Jay did in this problem. Does that make sense, sort of? Okay, so the scale factor can go either way. In this particular situation, they went from here to here, so you'd multiply that by 5/2 to get the big one. So you can flip them upside down. And then what's the value of x? Well, I just did that. That's 17.5. And how do I know? I don't know. How do we know?
Because we set up a proportion.
Because we set up a proportion. You could also check it, you could say, oh, well, if the scale factor from the little one to the big one is, 5/2, I can multiply 7 by 5/2.
I got it was, I set up a proportion too, but I used 2 over 5 equals 7 over x.
Okay.
And I did something, I think I got confused, I divided the 7 by 2. I don't know why. And then it was 3.5, I multiplied it by 5, and I got 17.5.
Oh, okay. So, x is 17.5, I found it by cross products. There's another way to find it, and that's by using your scale factor that you got in part A. You could just multiply each side of the little figure by 5/2, and you should get the corresponding side of the big figure. Questions? Yes.
7,